According to new data released this week, the median age for a home buyer across the country is 58 years old. Compare that to 1981 when the median age a lot younger, 36. Right now, people buying homes are older, they've got a lot more money. Makes sense. Older buyers are edging out some of the younger ones who are struggling to get into the market for the first time due to surging interest rates and high home prices. Because of low inventory, home sellers are older too. The typical home seller in 2023 was 60 years old. Data shows sellers often go with the buyer making the most attractive offer, which gives older buyers a leg up. Joining us today, Amanda Snitker with the Denver Metro Association of Realtors to kind of break some of this down. Amanda, thank you for joining me today. We were just chatting about this in the break and kind of give us a little bit more background into why we're seeing some of these changes with being a little bit older. They've got a little bit of leg up on some of us young folks.
Yeah, I mean, those boomers really got a chokehold on all of it. But yeah, some of it just has to do with demographic changes and lifestyle changes.
Yeah.
You know, as generations have come along, we're getting married later, having children later, and a lot of that dictates when you decide to purchase a home, that family formation. And if you are single purchasing, sometimes it just takes longer to save the money and have the income that supports the prices for a home purchase.
Yeah.
And also, people used to live in their home for only 5 or 6 years and then move to a new home. And so there was a lot more transitioning happening, where we're seeing more of like 13 to 15 years that people are living in a home. Some of that is, again, just like expectations of a home.
Sure.
So, in the 60s and 70s, homes were much smaller. And so people were kind of growing and forced out of those homes sooner than they are now.
And things like that. Right. Yeah. People have less kids these days. All the changes are happening. It all impacts the market. Amanda, we know this time of year, holidays and everything, sales can kind of slow down. Are we seeing that in the metro right now? What are we seeing?
Yeah, we are seeing a slowdown, which we normally do in the fourth quarter of the year. We tend to see new listings kind of slow down entering the market. A lot of people, if they're not in a position that they have to move now, they kind of hold off and get through the holidays. And so we also see a slowdown in buyer demand. So we start to see our total inventory increase a little bit in the fourth quarter. But we really need that because as we enter the first quarter of the next year, we need that inventory boost.
Things start to get a little busier. People are like, okay, it's the new year. We're done with the holidays. Let's go. Let's find our forever home, right? Or for the next 5 years or whatever it's looking like. What are some new home builders doing to kind of attract buyers? Maybe we're talking in January 1st of the year.
Yeah, home builders are really kind of a shining moment in this market because we have we're very low in our resale type of inventory. But home builders are offering a lot of incentives for buyers to come in and purchase. Some of that could be in a rate buy down to reduce their interest rate. It could be design packages and a boost in the appliance packages or things like that in the finishes of the home.
All those things make it a lot more attractive too, right? Have a little upgrade. We like that.
Yes.
If you are considering selling in today's market, what do you need to know? What are going to be your top tips for us, Amanda?
Yes, like any market is price, always. Doing the research and understanding what the current market looks like with price. And all of the usual things, like make sure your house is very clean, shows really well. Take that extra time to clean it up a little bit, finish all those little honey-do lists that you haven't taken care of. And then just make sure it's available to show. Sometimes it's hard during the holidays because people have guests in town and things like that. But if you're limiting the number of available opportunities for people to come in and see it, that kind of impacts it too.
All really good points. Amanda, thank you so much for joining us today. I appreciate it.